I'm realizing that the peace that you're in search of, like this real peace about your life, being able to be content about your life is really just proving you to you. And this is not like an external journey, but rather it is an internal, sometimes it is an internal search of just going deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes when we say like a man's reach should always extend its grasp, doesn't mean what you're trying to obtain outside of yourself, but rather inside. And I'm getting this as I'm like working out more and I'm pushing myself to the limits and I'm picking up my cross. All of my burdens, I gotta use it, right? And I don't mean tapping into like negativity, but what I really mean is facing the mirror. What I really mean is approaching life as these are obstacles and bumps and speed bumps and whatever it is because I've allowed them to be. I've allowed them to just take up space in my life because I've been running away instead of stepping toward. It's like when you don't want to work out, you just find every reason and your feelings feel validated. They feel seen enough for you to be like, yeah, I don't have to, I don't want to, yada, yada, yada. But then you do anyway. You do anyway. And you feel better. And you feel this gratitude because you did. Regardless of it. In the beginning, I was doing like barely anything, but I was showing up. And now we putting on so many plates and we pushing and we working out and we squat. And it's like, man, proving you to you actually makes you feel better. And I think that really goes to this point of saying this. You lose nothing in trying, but gain everything in the attempt. You lose nothing in trying, but gain everything in the attempt. And I think sometimes the misunderstanding that we have is that we have an ample amount of time to do it. That we have an ample amount of time to get right with God. We have an ample amount of time to get our health together. We have an ample amount of time to get in shape. We have an ample amount of time to start that business, go to school, whatever it may be for you. This ample amount of time, this abundant amount of time that I can choose any day to get started, but you never do. Or the moment that you're like, I should do it is also the moment where it's too late. We get caught up in this fictitious loop of I have time when you don't. All you have is now. And you're wasting the now because you're not taking advantage of it. You're not operating in your greatness every single day because you're not choosing yourself. You're choosing comfort. You're choosing something other than the calling. Something other than what you know you're meant to be doing. What is in alignment with your values? What's in alignment with your spirit? What's in alignment with your goals? You're choosing something other than, and that's why you have no peace. Peace cannot be found when there's a lack of presence. Only when it's actually within. If you're not present, if you're not operating in everything that you know you're meant to be, of course you're not going to have peace. That's simple. You're operating in cognitive dissonance. Knowing you should be doing something but acting otherwise. It's a complete mess up. But I think the great thing is the true revelation is you. You're the revelation. Because you've been knowing what to do all along. You're the revelation. Because you know that the thing that you are most afraid of, the thing that you've been avoiding the most is actually the thing that you must be doing every single day. Doing what you hate like you love it. It's actually the thing that's going to bring you the most joy. It's actually going to be the thing that brings you the most peace. It's actually going to be the thing that brings you the most freedom. Because everything everything other than is enslaving you. Because you're caught up in the I should've. You're caught up in the I would've. You're caught up in the I could've, but never I did. Never I have. Never it's finished. Goes back to the point where I was saying, you lose nothing in trying to gain everything in the attempt. How blissful is that? How much peace, how much joy, how much happiness does that sound like it has, right? It sounds like it has prosperity on the other side of it. It sounds like it has harmony on the other side of it, because all of your being is one. All of your being is operating in exactly what it is meant to be. Y'all know we spiritual beings living in a physical existence. So when your heart posture, when your soul, when your spirit is not right, because you're not doing what you're meant to be doing, it's going to cause you to live with restlessness, the lack of peace, disconnection, stress, contentment, and every other synonym that is truly just saying, I can't be happy with who I am now. But the truth is, you can be. The truth is, it's a decision that you make every single day. Because the great part about it is that the success that you're looking for, the great part about it is that the peace that you're in search of, the great part about it, this little gap, this hole that feels like it needs to be fulfilled, whatever that is, the great part about it is, it's in your everyday decisions. It's what you choose. It's what you choose. Because everything is a choice. And there's so many things ringing in my ear right now of there's this saying, there's that saying, there's this saying, there's that saying. But if I keep it just really simple, it's things can't change because you're making the same choices. What's not resolved always repeats. It's so simple. Who said it was easy though? Because if it was easy, we'd all live peaceful, blissful lives, content, happy, joyful. We'll all be healthy. We'll all be doing things that fulfill us. And that looks very different for all of us. But we would be doing those things, in the pursuit of those things, with smiles on our faces, not because we're forcing it, but because we choose to. See, today I did very hard things. I mean, I wrote the workout to break us, and it did. From the very beginning, we were drenched in sweat. Why, though? Why did I choose it? Because I could. Because I wanted it. And it's not like this masculine ego or this, alpha male type of thing. No, what it is I chose to make it hard. Instead of trying to live this pacified life where everything is meant to be easy when it was never meant to be easy. Who said it was easy? I said it was simple. So stop making your life easy. Stop making your life comfortable. Stop trying to make everything just feel like a warm cookie, soft inside. Because that's not realistic. But what you can do is prepare yourself for failure. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself when it doesn't look like what you thought it was going to look like. Prepare yourself for the days that goes against the commitment. What do I mean? Everybody can say that they'll show up when everything is good, but what happens when it's not? Prepare yourself for those days. Prepare yourself for when your 100% isn't 100%, and all you have to give is 70. But if you give 70, then you gave 100. Prove you to you, no one else. And I really want you to embody this, because I mean it with so much empathy, sympathy, compassion, understanding that I'm human too. And because I'm human and I can do it, if it's humanly possible, you too can as well. See, I think we've put people on pedestals that is too far out of reach to say, oh, they have accomplished this because they're lucky. Oh, they have accomplished this because of genetics. Oh, they have accomplished this because of positioning. Oh, they have accomplished this because of bloodline. Oh, they have accomplished this because of that and this and any other thing, but they just wanted it more. Somebody had to want it more. Even if they were benefiting off of the generation beforehand or the next, doesn't matter. Somebody wanted it more. And even if it didn't start with your generation, somebody in their generation 2 generations ago, they wanted it more than a person that was in your generation. And you can bring it up to whatever you want to bring it up to. You can bring it up to skin color, you can bring it up to cultural differences, you can bring it up to whatever you want, whatever limitation you want to accept. But understand that whatever limitation you keep bringing up is also the limitation you get to keep. I don't choose any. To be limitless, to know that if I abide myself in the Lord and Him and me, that all things are possible by His hand. I'm not operating on limits anymore. I can do all things, so I shall. That's proving you to you. Whatever that looks like, it doesn't matter. Just keep going. Just keep striving. Just keep pushing. This isn't motivation. This is life experience. This is wisdom. This is generational curse breaking. This is wealth. This is inspiration. This is whatever it needs to be to get you from going from one day to day one and fully be immersed in proving you to you, not anybody else. Because nobody else's opinion matters. And to be frank, nobody else cares. Nobody else cares enough because they're too busy caught up in their own lives. So what does it look like to fail? Who cares if I fail? Who cares if of this? Who cares if of that? Go and go again and again and again. And ultimately die. Ultimately, this version of yourself has to die. So whenever I go into any atmosphere anymore, wherever I go into any environment, wherever I attack any challenge, I'm bringing the passion that I would rather die than to be the same. I'd rather die than go back to a life of unhappiness. I'd rather die than go back to a life of stagnation. I'd rather die than go back to a life of compassion. I would rather die. See, the thing about it is some people are trying to find something worth living for. I found something that's worth dying for. Keep going. Improve you to you. I love you with so much. And I mean that with so much. Like, you don't understand, my sister, my brother, whoever's seeing this. This is for you. From one soul to another, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.